onto the first proper special stage of the 2010 Dakar. We're going from Cologne up to Cordoba, a long road section, some 349 kilometers before the clocks are started. 251 kilometers for the cars, slightly shorter for the bikes, before we get to Cordoba itself. The stage was shortened slightly after the massive amount of rain that has fallen in this part of the world over the last few days. The first 52 kilometers of the special stage has actually been removed. Therefore, the start was a little further up the road. It's going to be a stage that will warm people up, get them out of their New Year's celebrations. Well, David Casteu, the winner of the stage today. Brand new Sherco bike, and he wins first time out, the very first time that the bike has done a stage on the Dakar. Brand new team, brand new bike. He's not only the lead rider, but the team manager. So not only is he brave, Dave, he's canny too. Sherco, former trials and enduro constructor. They're based in Nimes in France. They've taken the big step to come into the Dakar with this 450, and they've certainly got off on the right foot. Chasing Casteu hard today, and only losing out on the stage victory by a mere 3 seconds was Cyril Despres, the two-time Dakar champion and reigning World Cup Rally Raid champion. Was very happy with his day's work aboard the Red Bull KTM. Now this is a 690cc bike, but it is restricted with the amount of air that is allowed to go into the single cylinder. So the equivalence factor balancing the two bikes out, the 450 of the winner and the 690 of Despres and Marc Coma here, absolutely perfectly. After nearly 2 hours of rallying, just 12 seconds between Casteu, Despres and Marc Coma, the reigning champion, who finished third this afternoon. Coma, he got into the swing of things early. He was leading at the first and indeed the second checkpoint by 2 and 32 seconds respectively. Fourth today, Jordi Viadoms on the 690cc KTM. He was quite a way back compared with the leading three, 1 minute and 45 seconds, but it's early days. It's the first stage of a 14-stage, 9,000 kilometer rally. It doesn't matter if you lose 10 minutes, maybe even if you lose 20 minutes. Just keep in touch. Fifth today, Francisco Lopez on the brand new Aprilia 450. He was therefore the second 450cc bike over the line today. Ruben Faria, now he's a teammate to Cyril Despres here in this year's Dakar. 9th overall after the stage into Cordoba. Typical big, long, straight, wide open roads in this part of the world, giving Helder Rodriguez a chance to finish 10th on his Aprilia, whilst Frans Verhoeven suffered today. He lost 34 minutes. He's now 109th overall for the Dutchman. David Casteu victorious today ahead of Cyril Despres. Marc Coma third, Viadoms and Francisco Lopez. Chaleco being his nickname. Fretenier then in 6th, Brusgonski, Gonçalves, Faria and Rodriguez. David Casteu, the winner, he says, I attacked, but this morning I was speaking with my mechanic and he said, David, we didn't do all this work for nothing, we've got to attack. I really enjoyed it, I kept concentrated during the whole stage, especially on my lines, because with the 450 you need to be completely different with your riding style. We don't have the possibility to launch yourselves out of the corners like we used to do on a 690. Got to keep the speed high. Great fun. It's a pleasure.
Je me suis vraiment régalé, un vrai plaisir.
C'est un warm-up.
Cyril Despres saying it's a warm-up.
A
sinuous stage, but enjoyable. And after several months of training, arriving here, you need to warm up.
Faut prendre la mesure.
tout cas, t'as pas le même visage que l'an dernier.
You don't have the
à la
same
Moto qu'à la
face
première
than
étape.
a
Non,
year
je pense
ago.
que c'est surtout
He says,
ça.
well, no,
J'avais
I've got a bit of a stomachache today. And actually, for the last two Dakars, I've had problems during the first stage, so I'm quite happy to finish this one. I think I rode well, didn't have any problems, so I'm happy to be here at the finish.
Trop mauvais temps et en plus, j'ai aucun problème. C'est génial.